Have you ever stopped to think that, in many ways, your destiny is completely in your hands? What if I told you that, no matter where you are now, you have the power to transform your life? Sounds bold? Maybe even impossible? But the truth is that, for the most part, we are the ones who decide the path we take. In today's video, we will explore how personal responsibility can be the key to achieving success and living the life you've always dreamed of. Want to understand how to start this transformation? Stay until the end because I'll share with you the essential steps to take control of your destiny and create the life you desire. It's common to hear people say, "Oh, I was born this way," or "I have no control over what happens to me." This seems comfortable, right? Blaming external factors allows us to justify our failures or lack of progress. But the truth no one tells you is that this feeling of not having control is one of the biggest traps you can fall into. The thing is, even in the face of difficult challenges, the people who become successful are not those who simply wait for luck to favor them. They are the ones who choose to react, learn from mistakes, and get up no matter how many times they fall. You have the power to choose your reaction. Imagine if you stopped blaming fate and started acting consciously. What could happen in your life? Taking responsibility for your own life is a powerful step, but one that many avoid. It means understanding that, even when circumstances are not in your favor, the way you respond to them is what really defines your future. You are where you are now because of a series of choices made over time, many of which you may not have even noticed. Let's be honest. Many of the difficulties we face may be the result of past actions or inactions. Now, here's the good news. If you've made it this far, you can also change the direction you're going. How does this work in practice? The first step is to stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Instead, start seeing yourself as the protagonist of your story. For example, if you're dissatisfied with your career, the responsibility to change that is in your hands. You can seek new knowledge, improve your skills, or even switch fields. No matter how difficult or unlikely it seems, you have the power to take the reins of your life. Let's dive deeper into the idea of a growth mindset and how it applies to the concept of you are responsible for your destiny. The concept of a growth mindset, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, states that our talents and abilities are not fixed, but rather can be developed with effort and perseverance. This mindset contrasts with the fixed mindset, which believes that abilities are innate and unchangeable. The importance of having a growth mindset goes far beyond just trying to get it right. It turns challenges into opportunities. When you believe you can learn from each mistake, rather than seeing them as definitive failures, it changes your approach to difficulties. Instead of feeling defeated by a mistake, you start seeing it as part of the learning process. By adopting a growth mindset, you begin to realize that what you do today directly impacts your future. Today's mistake is tomorrow's lesson. Every effort counts, and instead of being discouraged by not reaching perfection, you keep trying. This creates a cycle of continuous progress. For example, if your goal is to be healthier with a fixed mindset, you may try a diet, and if you fail to stick to it, you might give up. But with a growth mindset, you see that failure as an opportunity to learn more about your body and adjust your approach. This way, you become more resilient and persistent, adjusting your methods until you achieve the goal. Have you ever given up on something because you thought you didn't have the necessary skills? What if you could rewrite that story with the mindset that skills are something you can develop? Think about it as we continue with the video. Now, let's talk about how small daily choices build your destiny. Many people focus so much on the big goal that they forget that true power lies in the small steps, in the daily habits that shape our reality. Every choice we make, whether it's waking up early, studying a little more, or even choosing the food we eat, has a direct impact on what our future will be. When you start looking at your day-to-day with this perspective, you realize that change doesn't have to be big or immediate to be meaningful. For example, if you want to improve your health, the path is not to run a marathon tomorrow. True power lies in choosing to walk for 30 minutes a day, make healthier food choices, and take care of your body regularly. These small daily efforts, which may seem trivial, end up being the foundation that sustains your long-term success. You don't have to wait for a major change to start improving your life. You can start right now with the simple choices you make every day. The key is consistency. The more you repeat these small and healthy actions, the more they will solidify, and the more power you will have to change your trajectory. Think about your biggest goal and start identifying one small action you can take today to get closer to it. It doesn't have to be big. It just needs to be done consistently. Now, let's address one of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to take responsibility for their destiny. Fear. The fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, and even the fear of making the wrong decision can be paralyzing. However, fear is not something that needs to paralyze us. In fact, it can be a sign that we are stepping out of our comfort zone and getting closer to something important. When you feel fear, it often means that you are challenging yourself to do something new, and that's an opportunity for growth. How can we deal with this fear and use it to our advantage? First, it's important to understand that fear is natural, and we all feel fear at some point. The trick is to act despite it. The key to overcoming fear is understanding that it doesn't have to determine your actions. When you act despite the fear, you build confidence, and fear loses its power over you. For example, imagine you want to start a new business but fear failure. That fear might paralyze you and make you postpone your plans indefinitely. However, if you take action, even in a small way, you are already moving away from inactivity and toward your goal. And most importantly, the more you face fear, the more it loses control over you. Taking responsibility is about acting despite the fear. It's not about having all the answers or being confident all the time. It's about taking that first step, even with fear, and building confidence as you move forward. When was the last time fear tried to stop you from acting? What would happen if you decided to act anyway? Reflect on that, and by the end of this video, think about how you can take that first step. Now that you understand you are responsible for your destiny, that daily choices make all the difference, that you can develop your skills, and that fear doesn't have to be an obstacle, the next step is to act. Yes, act now. Don't wait another day, another week, or even the start of next month. What is the first step you can take today? No matter how small it is, the important thing is to start. Decide today to take full responsibility for your life and your choices. The future begins now, with what you decide to do in this exact moment. Remember, you are the only one responsible for your destiny. Don't wait for circumstances to change on their own. The power to create the life you want is in your hands, and the time to start is now. If you liked this video and feel ready to take control of your life, subscribe to the channel for more content on how to transform your destiny. And if you know someone who also needs to hear this message, share this video and help more people understand that the responsibility for creating the life they want is within each one of us. Leave a comment below saying, what is the first step you will take today? Let's go on this transformation journey together.